Yeah, so the National Recognition Scholar Program is similar to the National Merit Scholarship, but it's not as based on numbers. It's more based on, I think it might be the amount of AP tests you've taken paired with taking the PSAT, which Pennridge offered for free my sophomore year, which was a really big help. So the National Recognition Scholar Program attempts to find students from more diverse backgrounds. So a lot of students of color and students from small and diverse rural towns in Pennsylvania, well, nationally, not just Pennsylvania. Yeah, so I'm a student from a small town. Percy is a small town, so it was honestly probably the simplest avenue for me to go down with an essay. End of my junior year, I was, easy as, if it can get me there, like easy is fine. So I started volunteering in Percy at the farmers market when I was 10 years old, I would say. Now for me, that volunteerism has branched off into a lot more political advocacy, but that was kind of where I got my start, and I still, most Saturdays, that's where you'll find me in the summer. So I wrote an essay on how that has helped me get where I am and how that was a big start in just my talking to other people, learning about more diverse backgrounds, and just how that small town feel has created such a big opportunity. I think that by living in a small town, I've really managed to make a lot of connections and personal relationships with people that I wouldn't in a much bigger community. So I think that paired with the volunteerism that I've done has really set me up for a career or a future where I am able to talk to people as though we're the same, no matter how different we might be. Well, I mean, as a student from, a predominantly white school in the North, I had some wild preconceptions about a school in the Deep South. But there's a program there called the Blunt Scholars Program that places a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion in the South. They have a lot of programs for students from diverse backgrounds, which includes myself, I guess, from a small and rural town. And the program, I did not expect I was going to get in. They take about 100 to 120 freshmen, and the application was very long. It was like 5 or 6 essay questions, and then an interview process with over 300 people in that interview. So that program with the diversity, equity, and inclusion really drew me to a different side of the South that I think that people don't often see. The first time I volunteered for Percy Borough, I was 9 years old. I remember stuffing my hair into a ponytail and standing shakily behind a table, stamping loyalty cards and telling a wayward customer where the carrots were at a farmer's market. In the 7 years since then, I have grown, gained experience, and learned a lot more about my community. Now I step in for market manager when she can't be there, have come second in command at Percy Borough's major events, and have taken on the role of youth counselor for the town council. As I have volunteered, I learned a lot about community and a lot more about myself. In my opinion, the best part of volunteering for a small town is seeing the community work together in some of the hardest times it has seen. In 2020, our Farmers Market Leadership Committee decided to open the market for the season with extreme mitigations in place. We provided a safe gathering for the community, access to fresh, local food, and supported local farms and food producers through the height of the pandemic. Providing this service was rewarding, and I'm glad to have been there.
Although some students choose not to go to college, Pennridge's website says that 84% of Pennridge students choose to pursue higher education. This cannot be dismissed or left out of the conversation because of that 16% that don't choose this pathway.
Well, for now, I'm thinking about majoring in political sciences. By being in the Blunt program, I already get a minor in the liberal arts program, and I'm able to graduate with honors. I'm also thinking about double majoring in statistics, but that's like a level of logistics that I'm not really worried about yet. Where I'll go with that, I'm not really sure what that looks like for me yet, but I'm passionate about people. I want people to love people. I want people to love life. I want people to eat the food that they want to eat and afford it. It doesn't have to be like some big code that hasn't even been cracked yet. I don't know. So I'm just looking to help people, I think. And I think that Pennridge tries its best to help people in the ways that they think is fit. And for me, that might just look different. I think that the student perspective is honestly one of my greatest sources of inspiration, and also a perspective that's often looked over. And that's not just from me, that's from students as a collective, not just students in Pennridge, students in Central Bucks and Council Rock. I think that being a voice for an underrepresented population, which just might be youth as a whole, is really impactful, and that voice can't be overlooked.